everybody. As Jason likes to say, good morning, good evening, good night, whenever you're watching this. We are here for our very last senior spotlight of this year, and is with our two-time president, Jason Wilson. He has been a part of this club longer than all of us, and we have the full studio here to ask questions. But first, I'll ask you the first question here. What brought you to DNN originally?
I hate this already. But I appreciate you hosting this, Natalie. What brought me to DNN was originally, way back when, sports broadcasting was it was a major, but it was also kind of like a club meeting every Monday. It was before your time. And initially, that was kind of how setups were kind of made. And then two of the directors, Brett and Ben, were a part of the e-board for DNN. And I kept learning more about it over time. And then heading into the spring semester, one of my radio DJs was Michaela Krupski. And she was the PR marketing as well as the AOM at the time. And I got to know a little bit more about DNN, and I gave it a shot. And I showed up to a couple of different shoots, and then next thing you know, I was fully invested and fully involved, and I fell in love with everything. I always wanted to make content. I always wanted to be a part of making productions, and DNN gave me that access and gave me the ability to really be a part of a team. So yeah.
And you just mentioned that you've always liked making content. I know when you were younger, you had a YouTube channel.
I did not have a YouTube channel, but
bad.
Do your research.
There's a little bit of the quote that always gets messed up. Basically, when I was younger, I watched a lot of YouTube to the point that my parents disliked it so much that they tried to ban it from me multiple times. Because they were like, I don't want you watching YouTube or whatever. I was watching Jacksepticeye and Dan TDM. Like it wasn't even like I was watching like the craziest. I did watch Smosh. But like to continue on about it, like I really was very simple when it came to it, and I loved the creative atmosphere of YouTube, as well as just kind of the creative aspect. And I lacked both the tools as well as the skills to create content. And then once I kind of got into sports broadcasting as well as communications aspect, I learned a lot, and I was able to finally make the stuff that I wanted to create, and DNN gave me the tools that I needed to learn, and especially the risks that I need to take to officially make content.
And then I know you had a little bit of a unique way of getting onto the e-board. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so I ran alongside two individuals, Tom Zott, as well as the former Vice President Luciano Calvosa. Funny enough, the three of us ran for it, and I had no idea what was going to happen. I didn't know if I had the name for it yet. I didn't know if I had gotten essentially the votes from the e-board, since the AOM position is a very small role, but also something that they really trust in someone. And so Zott already had half the e-boards voting initially due to them already knowing him. So Zott got in his sophomore year, and he was overqualified, honestly. He was creating the bulletins, which is currently your role right now, and was formerly Harrison's role when he was in the AOM role. And he basically sort of took it and ran with it. And then it came down to the final voting between me and the former VP, and the next thing you know, I was chosen. And it was a complete shock to me, because I didn't know much, but I kind of stepped my foot out the door, because the former e-board of CJ and Michaela and Adam Wright, they basically told me, you gotta run. Like, we would really want you to be a part of the e-board. And with that, I came up with a speech, I presented it, and they entrusted me due to a lot of different reasons that they kind of spoke about. And it was really it was my first moment at Dean where I really found out that I was becoming a new person. And not just a new person, the person that I was always meant to be. taking these risks, taking these opportunities, and running with them. And since they entrusted me with that role, I eventually moved from AOM to president within my next year.
So you were president your junior year, now your senior year. Can you talk about a little bit more about why you chose to run for president and then what it's meant to you to be president?
So, wow, this sucks. One of the big reasons I ran for president was because Tom Zott did not want to. That's not the full reason, obviously. Me and Zott spoke prior, and we kind of talked about, what was next. And we were the only two people that were staying on the e-board, ironically, because it was a big sweep year. We had president, VP, PR marketing, and secretary all going. So that was CJ Medeiros, Michaela Krupski, Brett Schaves, and Ben Pope. All of them gone. And it was like a huge movement of individuals coming out. And so that sophomore year heading into junior, I really took a lot of different strides for making content. I hosted a show called Comic Book Corner alongside CJ Medeiros, alongside creating Hardwood Heroes and creating a bunch of different student on the streets that really kind of pushed my creative boundaries and made me learn a lot more about production. And with being in the AOM role, because it's a learning role, I got to learn everything. And since I knew everything, I was essentially entrusted by the e-board, hey, we really want you to take that big leap to president. And I won't lie, I was terrified. I was scared. I still am to this day, even though I'm heading out of the role. But it's a big role with a lot of shoes to fill. And one of my favorite things about being president has been getting to know every single person that comes in and out of this club, whether they're on the e-board, whether they're a regular, or maybe they show up every now and then. It's honestly one of my favorite aspects, because getting to know every single one of these people and getting to know them by name and learning what their hobbies, their interests are, what they want to do, what they want to create, and really just kind of get them out of their comfort zone to get them on camera as well. It's truly meant a lot to me. And especially with it being a 2-year role for me, I've seen so many people grow. And that's honestly one of the best parts, not only for my present role, but also as my director role. Being able to see you grow as an individual, as well as a broadcaster, as well as someone on an onstage presence as well. To see people like Harrison grow, Allie grow, Emma grow, Tom grow, Jack grow, Olivia grow, Shay grow, Sophie grow, the whole nine, everybody in here basically. Gil, you got a little bit more time, brother. What?
I was the only one not mentioned.
I said Matthew.
He said you. Did he?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay. But besides that, but I think one of the best parts is really just seeing everybody evolve and develop and just become their own person, and just figure out who they want to be. I think that's one of the best parts, is being able to be there for those people. And I really just like being able to get people to stand out and spotlight them.
Well, I think you've done a great job these last 2 years being president, and you just spent a lot of time mentioning all these people that have affected you, so I think it's a good time to let them ask you some questions, talk about their experiences with you being president. Does anyone have any questions?
This would be pretty funny.
Why did you hate me and Allie the first time we came to Indiana?
Okay, this is always
Sledgehammer.
this is
What's your birthday?
that's a great question.
Breaking that.
So this is one of my favorite things that always gets asked from Shay and Allie is, why did you hate us the first time you met us? And the truth is, I never actually hated them. It was in one moment. It was during sophomore year. I was in AOM, and you brought them along with you for one of the Monday meetings. And so Shay and Allie, I think they were yapping along something, And what?
We were being very.
You were not being annoying. You were being yourself. And essentially, like, the two of you were talking, and I think Ben was very much like, shh, and then, like, you guys didn't notice, and so I said, like, hey, and then you both, like, stopped for a moment, and then you got a little timid, and then it was complete silence, but also the two of you were beet red because you felt embarrassed, and I think someone spread a rumor that I was not a big fan of the two of you, which was a complete and utter lie.
Propaganda.
Propaganda. And it's so funny to think back then you guys thought I disliked you in any sort of way, because you guys have been true friends these past 2 years, and it's been amazing to get to know the two of you. So, yeah. Yes, Jack.
Oh, okay, great. Me, Tom, Olivia, Kyle Larley.
We're going to mute one of those names.
You choose it.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go with my girlfriend, honestly.
I'll take it.
Oh my God.
Oh, even Murtaugh. Let's show Murtaugh.
My sweet baby boy. Hey, Jacob, how are you? Welcome to the conversation.
Do you have a question for Jason?
Not really. I don't
know.
Oh, I got another one.
Oh, okay. Hold up. Hold up. You curate. Oh,
Want to say something?
Yeah,
No,
say
I'll
something.
say something.
so come over
Get
here.
the camera.
Olivia. I'll ask a question. What if it was like hello.
Hello. Girlfriend here.
Hey. Wait.
Yeah, whatever.
Hi. It's great to be here and see everyone. Congrats on your senior spotlight, Jason. What's been like your favorite DNN/Dean memory?
Are you kidding me? It's obviously got to be you.
Oh.
Like, that's the question.
Oh yeah.
That's really Dwayne Wade throwing that oop too.
It could be anything.
Well, ironically, I could say the fact that I did interview Dwayne Wade, because that is
That's
technically a Dean memory.
That was pretty cool.
But I have to. It's obvious because you just set yourself up. It was meeting you my freshman year, and then getting to know you over the course of these past 3, and soon to be dating you for 3 years, has been amazing. And to have you and your support throughout these past couple of years has really excelled me to another degree. I've gained so much confidence and this ability to truly be myself, and I thank you so much for that.
Of course. I love that
Same.
too.
All right.
And
I love
wonderful memories with you.
Same here.
Yeah.
All right. Have a safe drive back home now.
Thanks, I gotta head out, but good to see you.
Bye.
It was good seeing you.
Oh, pick him first.
I love that woman.
Oh, Tom has a question.
Oh.
Me or Olivia? Yes.
Oh wow.
Are you kidding me? You could.
See, this makes things a little bit tougher.
I was in the options last time.
Yeah, literally.
No,
it was really easy last time.
But now it's a
You had
50-50.
It was just like,
We're cutting that name out again. See, because now it's a 50-50 shot.
Literally, it's a nope, my girlfriend.
It was a 50-50 shot.
I have the last question.
Tom has been
No, I.
such an amazing roommate.
Oh, that goes up to my question.
Tom's been such an amazing roommate and an amazing friend this past year, and like getting to know him has been like amazing. But he's not my girlfriend Olivia, so I think I gotta go with Olivia.
Ooh. We're
All
taking
right.
the beds apart tonight.
Huh.
You're rude.
Me? Oh,
They're fighting
so
over food.
you said their name before, and you got a plaque already, or coming up with your face on it of the awards. How do you feel you're gonna be literally it's gonna be there forever?
Oh. You're gonna be on the wall
You're
forever.
gonna be on
They
the wall.
can't take that thing
Oh.
down. You're
Yes,
here
they can.
forever.
Oh. So to answer your question, Jack, I think it's pretty odd. I think it's pretty funny. Did I expect to be on the wall at the end of my 4 years? Hell no. Because who would?
Some people would.
I did not think that. I mean, I usually think a lot less of myself. I do have a bit of a imposter syndrome. If nobody knows what that is, it's basically the feeling like you don't belong where you are and you don't deserve what you have. And that's one of the big things that I kind of struggle with. And I think when it comes down to it, did I expect to be on the plaque? Did I expect to be on the wall? Hell no. But I appreciate the efforts from everyone and the support from everyone to essentially be where I am today. So, yes. Wild.
All right, very serious. Kind of along with Shay and Allie, I thought you hated me at first. I know I've told you that in the past. You ditched a project we had in one of my social media classes. You didn't want to talk to me. I felt like you were very just did not at all. But over the course, yeah, but you've been over the course of the last 2 years. You've been a really great friend and someone who I really got to know. And I remember you telling me a lot through your high school, like. You were shy, you were an introvert, and now here you are an extrovert, you're this outgoing, you're on camera right now doing a senior spotlight. So was this all within yourself, or did someone inspire you to get to this point?
That's a good question. I never hated you.
Clear the air.
Clear the air. But to answer your question, I think it's one of those tough ones because it's one of those things that eventually clicked to me. I think I was recently speaking with a freshman member after the Deanies. It was Alexios Chilo. We spoke and he said that I gave him a little piece of advice and I just told him to get himself out there. And he told me that essentially because he said he doesn't know how his parents didn't get it through his head, his family didn't get through his head, his friends didn't get through his head, but some guy he met 5 minutes ago was able to get him out of his comfort zone and really kind of get out there. Is kind of wild, and I just was not prepared for him to tell me that. I think one of the big things that kind of just pushed me to be myself was getting the understanding that nobody really knows who I am. I talk about it all the time, how I was in high school. I was very quiet. I felt like I was in an area where I wasn't really able to truly grow to be who I am today. But because I was able to slowly build confidence and kind of get myself out there, I was able to become who I really am at the end of the day. So I think when it comes to taking that leap, it's just all about having the will to try, essentially. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Thank you, Jason.
Yep.
Okay, firstly, good first impression over here. My question is top 3 Dean College school sanctioned experiences. Go.
Ooh, great question.
You did last Friday.
What did I do Friday?
That's why I said school
With Dave,
sanctioned.
Tom, and-
Oh, yes.
Went to South Virginia with me and then
you
drove
guys
back.
should figure out what you
I-
guys did Friday.
I
You learned a-
think-
you learned a new skill.
What did you do?
Oh no.
I heard and I
School
want to
sanctioned.
challenge.
So school sanctioned, as Emma said. I think Thursday nights at Boomers, pretty solid event. I don't think I could rank these in order, but I can say 3. Being able to broadcast games, especially for my friends, that's been always great. Huh? Yeah. You guys are gonna.
Heck yeah.
I have to cut the 2 of them off every single time. They're getting bleeped in the edit. I think. This is a great question. I'm going to say Springfest. I think Springfest is one of my favorites. The little carnival at the end is so much fun and getting to be there with friends.
All 6 corns you ate last year.
All 6 street corns I was able to eat.
Was it the wrong way?
You betcha. All right.
I
Think-
have another question.
Yeah. What's your favorite swear word?
Ooh.
I like it because you're just gonna bleep it.
Remember, we're all waiting.
Think about a manual quickly.
We are.
I have really no issue with Emmanuel Quickly. It's just Manly Raptors Twitter.
Well, I don't want to say cuss words, but.
Beeped. Dang.
What?
You know what? I won't lie. I think I say it often.
Shay.
That's like a number 6.
Can I ask how you ended up at Dean in the first place?
Oh boy, here we go.
That's a great question. So I had a great
Were you not listening at the Deanies?
college.
I'm trying to make his senior spotlight have a plot.
So,
Harrison, I hate you guys.
so the big one I would say is my college advisor, search advisor, Mickey, who I actually got through my anti-in. He basically helped me try to figure out colleges that I was looking for. I was originally looking towards like sports management and like sports related stuff, mainly because it was just something that I felt like I could follow along with. And then when I came here for the visit, I visited Scranton, which Scranton was not it, honestly. When I went to their communications department, not the move. It looks like that stuff has not been edited since Dre released his first album. So what I would probably say is once I got to this campus, I was able to meet and learn a lot about what happens here. It's a small, nice campus where everybody knows your name, for better or for worse. But I think it just gave me a lot of learning opportunities to get to know a lot more people, as well as something that I spoke about in a couple different spotlights prior, which is getting to know the different professors. Getting to know not somebody as Professor Siebert, but as Greg, or Professor Michaels as Vic, goes a long way. And it made me feel so comfortable. And then eventually, once I came into the studios, I found out about the broadcasting program and maybe see a major that would really take me out of my comfort zone entirely. As I said, introvert, broadcasting, extremely extroverted. So, yeah, I think that's really what made me pick Dean, because it felt like home. Thank you, Shay.
Rachel's had her hand up for a long time.
Why you choose sports broadcasting in the first place? That was English.
Did I not just say that?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Next.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You said you were in the direction of sports management and sports. You never said why you chose sports broadcasting.
Yeah, that's a great question. To this day, I think I still don't know why. Because you know what I think it was? I think it was I've always had a love for basketball, and I've had a love for the NBA specifically. And with that, I kind of made up the idea that, you know what, I am not above 6'3", and I do not have the best vertical, let alone a jump shot whatsoever. I could rebound and give you a technical foul, but you know what I could do? I could talk ball for days. So I think when it came down to it, I wanted to learn about sports broadcasting so that I can have a career around the NBA, though it may not be inside the NBA.
Is that the sport you would choose, basketball? If you would choose like one certain sport.
Okay, this is a follow-up question.
I mean, you went off of that, so I was wondering.
Without the raising of the hand. Yes, Rachel.
I just asked the question.
What question?
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. So, I love the NBA, but I think one thing that I've really learned to broadcast to the best of my abilities has been baseball, as well as softball. So, if I were to find myself in any of those avenues, I would love to make a career out of that. So yeah, thank you, Rachel.
What time has a question?
Alright, you're a comic book guy.
Yes.
Alright. Right now, which show do you like the most? Would it be The Boys or The Invincible season 4? Which one?
Okay. No spoilers. I have not watched either seasons because I'm saving them for when I get home so that I can watch them with my dad. At least The Boys, Invincible, I'm going to just go straight through. But I'd actually say, so I introduced the boys to my brother and my dad, which has always been a good memory, even though the boys is, oh my God, gruesome as all heck. But I think if I were actually to choose between the two of them, I'm going to have to say Invincible. I haven't seen the most recent season, but I love everything about the show, and it always keeps me on the edge of my seat, and I smile at the end of it. So, yeah.
Okay, we're going to do 3 more questions.
Please.
I'll take the last one.
Allie?
I do have a good
Allie?
Um,
Or maybe we'll take more than 3.
how did you adapt from the, obviously, when you come in as a freshman, you like make friends with people very, then like you learn like who your real friends are and all that stuff. Like how did you navigate that?
That's a great question, Allie. Yo, did you chat GPT that?
No, dude, my mom's dead.
Yo, she's got evidence
Get right
too.
from the- get
So-
right
It
from the
works
brain.
sometimes.
So, you know what? I think that's a fantastic question, Allie. I think one of the hardest things within college, especially life, is making real friends. When I came to my freshman year, I started off with a big group, small group, smaller group, smaller group, smaller group. We're down to 3. All right, now it's just me. And so next thing you know, I got to meet more people, and I think that's just the fun part about college. I think freshman year is very much kindergarten, where you're like, I want you to be my friend, and like all that sort of stuff, and like everybody wants to get to know everybody because everybody wants to hold hands at recess. But at the end of the day, you got to learn how to push your own swing, and I think I learned over time like who I really was and who I wanted to hang out with. So I then surrounded myself with people that essentially would set me up for success. I think I found something similar to what you spoke about within your senior spotlight is I want to surround myself with people that I actually enjoy being with. I enjoy the laughter and their company and their friendship, and I feel support from them as the support that I can give to them. So, yeah, I found out who my real friends were over time, and I'm so grateful they're all in the room with me right now. So, yeah. Thank you, Allie.
This is more of a statement, and then I'll ask a question afterwards as well. But just, Jay, I wanted to really thank you on behalf of pretty much everybody in this room for what you've done for us these past couple of years as president, especially for me as a person as well. You've helped me grow as an individual. You've helped me go out and get different jobs in broadcasting, helped me learn different skills here in the studio. Just an amazing impact that you've left on not only me, but everybody in this room. You've touched us all in some way, and not that way, Shay. You've let...
At least Tom and Jack. At least Tom and Jack.
You've left a mark on all of us. But my real question is this question gets asked a lot throughout this campus as well, but especially through this club. But why do you, DNN, as you've pretty much already touched on it a little bit, but if you want to explain it more, what really made you come at this club out of the 80-something clubs we have on this campus? Why DNN?
I think it all comes down to creative freedom. Being able to essentially display myself every single video and able to truly be the person I want to be creatively. And I think that working alongside such an amazing crew every single week and getting to know the people within it, and also helping them get their ideas to come to life. Working alongside you and Natalie to create Sports Corner was such a fun fiasco to do. Alongside just making sure that everyone's scripts are all set and ready to go, and making sure that like ideas come to life. And I love that. And this club has allowed mine to come to life, and I love getting others to truly be themselves. So I think, yeah, that's the reason why I DNN. I DNN because of the people that this club have and will always have in its heart.
All right, we're going Emma, Tom, Ben.
Okay.
And then Sophie, you have one?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do Emma, Tom, Sophie, Ben.
Sweet.
Jason Wilson, I know we're excited to see it play out, but what's next for you?
Good intro to the
We are trained.
We are trained.
we're all wondering, Jay. You gonna crash and burn or what? Fun part is I don't know. And I think that's one of the things that I'm most excited for. I know about some guarantees. I know that I'll have the support of my family. I know that I'll have the support of my girlfriend. I know another thing's for sure is that I'm going to try my best to keep in touch with all of you because of the impact you guys have made on me. And that's what I can say. I'm looking for a career in producing as well as broadcasting. I fell in love with producing because of this club, and if I can get assistant producer role and then grow from there, I would love that. I think one of the nicest things I heard post Deanies was I was talking with Greg, and maybe he was hyping me up in front of my parents, but whatever. But I appreciate Greg for this. He said to my dad that he could really see me as a director, like an actual one, and he was like, as much as I would love to just shoot him straight up to that, it doesn't work that way. But he said that essentially if I really put in the work and I put in the time from production assistant producer to associate producer, he could really see me like headlining projects. And that really meant a lot to me, especially coming from him with all those guidance over these past couple of years. So yeah, I'm hoping to work in production. Whether it's me behind the camera or in front of it. But the one thing I can guarantee is stay in touch with all y'all because I love you all. All right, Tom.
Hi, Jack. Come up here for this one.
Oh!
I'm going to join my wonderful roommate up here for a minute. We're going to go to a family question here.
Okay.
You said in mine both our dads are hard asses. But how do you think that helped just kind of shape you as a person and gotten you to this point and helped you move further?
So, you know what? I'm going to say my dad has been truly someone who's pushed me to be the best that I can. He really just wants to see my success when it comes down to it because he sticks his neck out for me to try and get me in the right spot and just get me to where I want to be. He just wants to see me happy. He wants to see me be successful. And, you know, despite him being a total hard ass, I wouldn't even say a bit, he really pushes me and he really I really look up to him for that because he's one of the hardest workers I know within my life. And I'm so glad to have him as a father to push me to be who I am today because I have the same damn name as him. So I have a lot to live up to. So, yeah, I love my dad, no matter how much of a hard ass he is, because I know the reason why is because he loves me and I love him back. So thank you, Tom.
Shout out Jason.
He was late one time. You can come up here, Sophie, if you like.
Sure.
Yeah, get up here. It's okay. Come here, big dog. Come here.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too. Okay?
Why are you looking at me like this? She's looking at me like I'm going to someone's funeral.
I guess my question is like, what lasting like legacy are you hoping to just leave here at Dean or just on all of us in general? I know that's deep.
That's a wild ass question.
I know, right?
I appreciate that. I think the one thing I want to leave here with is the one thing I'd say that a lot of people can learn from is accepting others. One of the toughest things within life is you know, trying to get out of your comfort zone and talking to a lot of different people, and especially just being yourself around others. I think the toughest thing when it comes to being someone is that you might avoid some people, you might want to connect with others, but I think being accepting and just kind of being like, pay to any person that's out there and giving them a chance really can change somebody's day. And I think being accepting of someone for who they are, as well as giving a lot of people chances and just being a friend for someone who needs one in the need, that's one of the biggest things that I love people to know. Because when I assumed this role as president, as well as like a director in multiple different roles, I never wanted anybody to be left out. And because I was once left out when I was younger, and no one deserves to be left alone. So, acceptance and encouragement of being able to be yourself. So yeah. Come here, big dog. Come here. Love you, homie. All right. All right. Thanks for the question.
All right, thank you.
Our final
What
question.
amazing
Last
question.
question,
The
I know,
first
right?
one.
Oh my
Long,
God.
a very long
He's coming. He's on his way.
Recording here. I just want to say that first, being in this room, I found Dean, I don't know, 3 years ago maybe, and I came ever since. The only difference this year is I have an ID. And I think that I'm a theater major too, right? I'm a broadcast major too, and I think I'm in classes with so many theater kids, and I do classes with all of them. That's like basically where most of my day is spent. I'm only in the broadcasting rooms for part of my day, right? And I see everybody in this room just for a little part of my day, but I think that that's my favorite part of my day. I truly think I have a lot of connections right on this campus, and I think that there's a different word between having a connection with somebody and truly knowing them. And I think that everybody in this room, I truly know, and I want to say that I really consider you somebody that I am, I think I'm close with and can share things, and it's a very different connection than just, I know you, and especially you, I consider you a mentor of mine. From when I first met you, you showed me your schedule, helped me with this schedule, asked you countless things, email, text, Instagram post, everything. And I truly appreciate it. I think I got through the year with your help. So I truly appreciate it.
Of course. That sounds more like a statement than a question.
Oh, well, I don't know. My question, was the question, is that this is how you ended all your interviews today. It's what's one piece of advice that you want to give to a freshman in college coming to Dean or any college student?
So thanks for stealing Natalie's spotlight.
That's okay.
Well.
It's okay. Natalie, you got to think of another one now.
Do your research.
Do your research before you interview anybody.
That's been the quote of the day.
That's been the quote of the day, thanks to Jack Melanson. But you know what? I think I've gone on and on and on and on and on about it throughout every single question. It's the same answer. Never be afraid to be you. And the only person who knows you best is yourself. And don't be afraid to make those changes to be the person that you really want to be. As I've stated multiple times, quiet kid, high school. I thought middle school, moving into high school, I'd be like, I can become a new man. But next thing you know, funny thing is that I've been going to the same school with these people since preschool. So they've known me as a quiet kid all my life. Can't really change that. But when I came here, I was able to reinvent myself and be the person that I've always wanted to be. Outgoing, talk to people, be friendly, be caring, be kind. And most of all, be able to work alongside people and make plenty of new friends.
Appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you, Ben.
All right, Shay has one more question. Okay. All right.
I don't think this is the final question.
I'll say this first. I know something, you've talked about this numerous times, but relationships is such an important thing for you. And it's clear within this group of people, within our club, you being president for the last 2 years, it's clear that relationships is something very important to you. I've seen it for myself. You've done so many things for me, whether it's Salve, whether you've reached out the Bravehearts for me. You've done a lot of things for me. I know everyone in this room, they've all said it. You've done everything. You've done things for everyone in this room. And this is now your last time on camera. Is there anything else you have to say?
You, Natalie. That's not the word, but shit, though, that's a good one. I think to sort of go off what Ben sort of said a little bit. I get to know everybody, and I get to see everybody grow and evolve and become who they are today. Working alongside so many talented and amazing people has really made me a better person, but I always want to make sure they're a better person. And I was not always given the best tools, but if I'm allowed to give somebody else that advantage, has always meant the world to me. Getting to work alongside so many of these people in this room, Jack, Tom, Emma, Ben, Allie, Matthew, Sophie, Jacob, Shay, yourself, Natalie, even Richard. I think I produced a game for you one time. But to be able to set those of you who are still here up for success has always been something that I've loved. And it's not that I ever expect anything back from you guys, but the only thing I expect is for you guys to take what I've given you and run with it. Because I really just want you all to succeed. And to everyone who stayed back, because it is currently 9:30. We are way past when we usually end. Thank you, because you all really... F you, Matthew. Thank you with the heart. You all remind me of why I wanted to be a part of this club, why I chose this club, and why I'm gonna truly miss every single Thursday night. So yeah.
It's Thirsty Thursdays now, buddy.
And with that, we have wrapped up our final senior spotlight with Jason Wilson of the semester. Good morning, good evening, good night, whenever you're watching this, and that'll be it for us tonight.
Rachel.
Post-credit scene.
Outro.
What's this? Shay's question was, what's the song that describes you?
Oh my God, it's Thong Song by Cisco. I love Thong Song by Cisco.
That's
Also,
That's
we'll do the outro together real quick. All right? It's good afternoon, good evening, and possibly good night. Fade to black.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Take 2 on the outro. You ready?
Yep.
All right. You gotta lead it off.
Well, are we saying at the same time?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, good
Well,
evening,
you gotta
possibly
lead
good
it.
night?
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta lead it off.
Good evening, good afternoon.
No! You're supposed to say that about does it for this senior spotlight.
Okay.
It's okay.
Just waiting for Rachel to just be like, oh, I already got the cameras. Sorry.
And that about does it for our final senior spotlight with Jason Wilson.
Thank you all for
Wait, I'm
joining.
messing- I'm
Here, you
messing
know
up.
what? Well,
Yeah, okay,
I'll
you
you do
got
it
it.
yourself.
I guess I'll lead it off. Okay.
Sign us off, Jason.
Thank you all for tuning in to the final senior spotlight for this semester. Wow, I'm actually going to cry just a little bit more now. I want to thank you all for joining us both in this room as well as tuning in here on the DNN YouTube channel. For more spotlights, please check them out because there's some beautiful, wonderful people out there that I've been able to interview over these past couple of years. Without further ado, Natalie. Good afternoon, good evening, and possibly good night. And you know what? Fade to black.
This is gonna go
I forgot that part too.
It's okay.
Not that part, but
Whoa! That's my face.